Are CBDCs being specifically designed to be an attack on savers? Welcome back, everyone. Let's dive into this. The Bank of England has no tech skills to issue CBDC yet. According to a deputy governor, the United Kingdom is not ready to issue a central bank digital currency just yet. The regulator doesn't have the technical skills to issue a digital currency yet. BOE Deputy Governor John Cunliffe declared at the Treasury Select Committee hearing on February 28th. Cunliffe said that the BOE expects, and that's the Bank of England for people who don't know, so the BOE expects to get the necessary expertise to move forward with a CBDC development in the next phase, with the central bank planning to test a potential digital pound with private sector partners. But to move to the next stage, which would be to build a working prototype to test in a simulated environment, and then you'd be into testing in a live environment, then implementation. This next phase is designed to put us in a position to do that, the deputy governor stated. Cunliffe stressed that the design and structure of a potential digital pound would vary greatly, depending on the motivation of the CBDC. BOE's basic motivation here would likely be providing digital cash or a digital equivalent to BOE notes for general payment purposes. This all matters. This is where they hide the most important part. We didn't want a system in which there were two forms of Bank of England money circulating, remunerated and unremunerated. And also, we didn't want a system where we would be producing something which would have the characteristics of a savings product. They are telling you right here, the currency that they intend to create, the digital currency that they intend to create, will not have the characteristics of a savings product, which means it'll have the characteristics of the opposite, which steals your wealth and which devalues the money that you have. Anyways, the deputy governor also highlighted some potential CBDC functions and benefits currently not present in the existing financial system. Okay, so here, this is what we do. Hey, guys, don't pay attention to the fact you're about to become a fucking slave. Because look, we've got these awesome features that are just so cool. I mean, this is pathetic. It's really pathetic and sad. All right, let's wrap it up. This will be much, much easier for you to make very, very small payments. If you wanted to read an article in a newspaper, you wouldn't have to subscribe to the newspaper. You could pay tiny fractions to do that. Okay, so I just want people to really let it sink in the type of reality that, for whatever reason, in particular, the Bank of England, but it's not just the Bank of England, it's other central bankers that are also very concerned. So as we've known, and as we've seen, the majority of the world's money laundering goes through the banking system. It uses the traditional banking rails because the reality is that, peon people like me, well, we don't have the resources to move millions and billions of dollars around the globe undetected. But if there was a trusted network of participants that all agreed, then we could. And that's exactly what the current banking system does. And every once in a while, somebody gets their hands slapped. You did bad. We caught you. You were money laundering for a drug cartel, and now we have to make a scene so that the average little peon thinks, hey, the bank is standing up for you, the little guy, ensuring that these rules work for all of us equally. This is a load of complete bullshit, okay? That it is complete bullshit. So the reality is that the central bankers are, and specifically in this case, the Central Bank of England is very excited to, number one, create a currency which has no characteristics of a savings product. But most importantly, that this is, to me, the key. It kind of gives you an idea of the mindfuck dystopian future that these insane people have for us, okay? You can make micropayments much easier. So is that really what's happening? Where our lives have become so crappy that everything, every single thing is a pay to play, right? You're going to want to go do one thing and you're going to pay 1 Satoshi. You know, you're going to want to read, let's say, half an article, you know, or you can just pay as you read. And as soon as you stop, that's what you're billed for. Like, I know that it sounds good. It really does sound good to a business in terms of generating revenue, but to the average person, is that actually something that a consumer wants? I guess it could be argued some consumers do want that. It might sound good, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. There are instances where we pay for things that we don't really need, and it would be good if we could just pay for what we were using. So I do see the other side of this use case, but the problem is this, okay? The problem is this. It goes back to the whole thing. Hey, pay attention to what I'm doing with this hand so that you don't see how I'm robbing you with this hand. That's the problem. So they're going to sit there and they're going to create this environment to facilitate micropayments, but also we're going to end up in a situation where the value of the money that we keep is actually controlled by a group of people behind a keyboard, where they can decide, okay, you know what? You're not allowed to have this much money today. Oh, you know, you got caught speeding a week ago, and you know what? Besides the demerit points, yeah, well, your money devalues at this speed now because you can't be trusted in society. This is what people don't also realize, okay? Like, people just imagine the whole, oh yeah, you know, the government's going to censor me. You know, I'm going to go to make a transaction and the government's going to be like, no, you can't make that transaction. What people don't realize is that they can do other psychotic stuff, like having varying rates of devaluation. So based on your social strata, right? You could be in a situation where your money devalues a lot faster than other people using a CBDC, because maybe they have a better job, maybe they went to school longer, and for some reason that entitles them to having money that doesn't devalue as quickly. Anyway, I can go on and look, guys, we are going to see more and more of this. Make no mistake, the central bankers truly believe that they are the architects of humanity. Okay, they truly believe that they can run humanity better than the governments. And again, I'm not standing up for governments. Okay, I'm not standing up for the government, but I'm just saying, central bankers believe that they can do it better than everyone else. Bitcoiners are here to tell them there's not a fucking chance.